show in the Michelin booth. I'm here with Bib, or the Michelin Man, as he's also known. And I wanted to know what was the philosophy you guys were going for in the booth this year? All right, I guess we're going to have to talk to Oscar instead then. So last year you had every amazing supercar you could imagine. Koenigsegg, Bugatti, all of these amazing cars. Now this year you've got is combination of performance car, you've got the race car,
and the tuner car.
And the tuner car.
Well, last year was an opportunity to celebrate all the hard work that we put into trying making tires that the fastest cars on the planet choose. And so we celebrated that. We had the 3 fastest cars on the planet all choosing Michelin. And actually one of those records was broken this year by another car, and that one's also on Michelin, the new Shelby supercar, the SSC. What we decided to do this year is broaden it up a little bit and celebrate our motorsports success and communicate how all the hard work in motorsports actually has an impact on what we do on the street, whether it's tuned or OE.
So specifically, how do you guys work with the race teams, and how does that funnel back into what I'm going to put on my car?
Well, when we're in open competition, that's a big point, by the way. Right behind us over here we have the R10 TDI Audi car. It's a pretty significant car in the sense of it won this year's 24-hour Le Mans and last year's 24-hour Le Mans.
No one wants to race it. It's killing everybody.
And for us, it marked the 10th straight Le Mans victory for Michelin.
So what do you mean that you just said the importance of open competition?
Well, that's what those 10 times that we won Le Mans were against other tire manufacturers. So we were putting it all out on the line, trying to figure out how can we make this car go faster. Another thing in particular in this car is that it's the turbo diesel powered car with over 800 foot-pounds of torque. Audi themselves, that they said we needed to find a technology partner that could handle that much torque, and in their opinion, Michelin was the only company that had that. Right. So you got well over 800 foot-pounds of torque. We had to do our homework and figure out how can we make a tire that can handle that kind of torque and the miles required for a 24-hour endurance race. The technology that's used to be able to harness that kind of torque and to last a long time on the track winds up making the Pilot Sport PS2 a tire that can handle the power of supercars and the power of tuned supercars. So, like I said, here we have the Le Mans winning car, the fastest Audi ever made. That has an impact on us making the OE tire for the R8, which is the fastest production Audi ever made. That's also on Michelin tires.
So what we're going to do is we're going to then hop over and look at the Porsche and look at the Corvette too.
Cool. Behind us is, you've heard of a race team called Penske?
Yes.
Yeah, we're very flattered. Yeah, just a couple of times. We're very flattered to have such a dominating racing organization. When they decided to enter into sports car racing, into prototype racing, they selected the Porsche chassis and Michelin tires. And they have flat out dominated the American Le Mans series with Porsche and Michelin.
And for those who don't know about the GT3 RS, which is just an amazingly sick 911, from the factory, Pilot Cup Sports.
Absolutely. This right now represents the fastest 911 you can get. And in about a couple of weeks, there's going to be another one that's even faster. That is going to be the first 911, factory 911 to go over 200 miles an hour. It's the 911 GT2. And that one's also on Michelin tires.
Yes, absolutely.
And actually the fastest Porsche ever made, the Carrera GT.
Yep, on Michelin.
Exclusively on
I'm
Michelin
actually
tires.
sensing a bit of a trend here.
Just a little bit. This is proof that we're actually working really hard.
Right.
And Porsche has also rewarded us in terms of working really hard by officially making us the only tire technology partner that they have. So we work very closely with Porsche in developing tires to make their cars even faster.
All right, Oscar, tell me about the C6R we're looking at.
Okay, this particular car just finished winning the American Le Mans Championship, and this one actually, the last race of the season in Monterey a couple of weeks ago, loaded the car on a truck and didn't clean it, so you could still see that there's bugs and bits of rubber, oil, and dirt, and right off the track. Just wanted it, this is a real deal. Also, it's kind of unique. Very few people have seen this unless you saw the race. This is the bad boy paint job. They did it just for that race, so it's not the normal paint job on the car. Corvette is another one that's we're very proud of. They switched to Michelin tires because they got beat at Le Mans. And behind you is the tuned version of the street car, Lingenfelter.
Lingenfelter. Everyone knows Lingenfelter.
In my opinion, they're the premier Corvette tuner in North America. We've been working with Lingenfelter a long time. This particular one, Lingenfelter has told me that this is the most powerful Lingenfelter ever made.
427 twin turbo, or?
Yeah, with 1,100 horsepower.
Wow.
It is the fastest street-going Corvette ever made.
Your 345s or so on it?
It's got our 345s on the rear.
Excellent.
For 2008,
Yep.
we're going to have in our run flat, which we call ZP, and our Michelin Pilot Sport PS2, we're going to have tires for every single C5 and every single C6.
And the reviews that guys have been talking about with that tire on like Corvette forum and such, because I've had a couple of vets, are pretty solid.
Well, that's one of the things that gave us the incentive to, like, hey, they're saying good things, they're asking for more, so next year we're going to, like I said, for all C5, C6s.
Excellent. Oscar, as always, Michelin.com, people could probably figure that out.
Michelin.com, Michelinman.com, either